Hi, I'm Joel, and this is a quick tour of my garden. So we're going to start over here, where we've got some dying tulips. But down here, I'm trying to grow something called Good King Henry, and this is the first time I've managed to get the seeds to sprout. So I'm pretty happy. Last year I couldn't get anywhere. There's slightly bigger ones there. It's a perennial, and it's meant to taste a fair bit like spinach. But over here, I've got some dill growing that I grew from seed. Here's some light flavoured oregano, some Greek oregano, parsley, a few more cilantro or coriander plants. There's a cucumber, which I grew from seed, which is still a bit tiny, rosemary bush, and these are some okra seedlings that I'm growing. I think that might be a cucumber actually. There's some English mint, which I've got in with some tiny basil seedlings. Here's some green peas that I've tied up. Hopefully I'll get one more go if I think they're going to flower again. Now we come to the slightly better part of the garden. There's a cucumber I've moved into the sun there. And we've got a strawberry plant here that you can see. The asparagus is going pretty well. I already cut it back once and it came back again. And you can see some eggplants and a couple of cucumbers and a tomato there. And along the front we've got garlic. Just a closer look at the asparagus. Unfortunately this is a female plant, which means that it gets berries, so I have to cut it back, otherwise end up with little asparagus everywhere. They end up like a weed. And this is a nasturtium. It had a lot of flowers, but it rained a lot and they don't really like having wet feet. And you can see that the cucumbers, which we bought, they were maybe about a third that size when we bought them 2 weeks ago. They're growing really fast. And I'll just come over here to the other garden. Here's a nice little daisy plant that's growing in a gap in the hedge. It actually was self-seeding in the middle of the veggie garden, and I transplanted it here. You can see it's a bit of a dramatic gap in the fence, in the hedge I should say. There's a hydrangea which needs to be put into a bigger pot. And here we've got a gerbera, which I just found out is closely related to sunflowers. So they're good ones to have with kids because they're not particularly they're not poisonous at all. Don't think they'd be very tasty, but yeah. And here's a healthier nasturtium. I've been putting these flowers in salads, and they've got a bit of a peppery taste. The buds you can use, you can pickle them like capers, but I haven't tried that. This is the side of our house, and here's a geranium that we planted last year that's growing pretty nicely. There's some oregano growing in the empty space in the middle. And this is a nice Leptospermum petersoni, an Australian native that we've got growing here. And some lemon balm, quite a lot of rubble. And here's a bunch of bricks. Basically I dug all of the clay out of this spot here. This area here is all sort of a reclaimed bit of garden. And I used the clay to level the path, and gradually I'm relaying the bricks, so hopefully we'll get that finished before rainy season. There's a bit more to go. I've got 4 tomato plants here, and here you can see 3 green peas that we planted in the middle of winter, which was a bit stupid, and they just kind of sat there. But then when spring came, they came good, and yeah, the peas get pretty big and they're quite delicious, cooked in the rice cooker with the rice. And here's an interesting long form green eggplant, which is pretty cool. There's another tomato, and here's a yellow pepper. This is another long form eggplant, but this is in the regular purple colour. And here's a black cherry tomato. Most of the tomatoes here that we're growing are cherry tomatoes because Anne likes to pick them. And there's a regular eggplant growing there, a bit of basil. And over here we've got a celery plant. It seems to be a softer leaf celery, and the leaves are quite delicious in salad. Here you can see some of the cherry tomatoes starting to appear there. I've been tapping the flowers every day. You're supposed to tap them like that, and they're self-pollinating. I didn't really ever know that before. Friend Alex told me about it. Well, it's about 24 hours after I first started making this video, and I bought a few bricks to put along the edge here. And I just wanted to show you the zucchini, because they're looking pretty good. This is a yellow zucchini, and there's actually one yellow zucchini forming on there, I think. And since yesterday, the first flowers come out, which is pretty cool. And over here, we've got another zucchini. This is a regular green zucchini, or courgette, if you're French. And that's about it.